save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Well, I'm back again. I'm back again with another something. Okay, this is another video. I want to thank, first of all, my subscribers and my viewers and the people that have been leaving comments. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback lately from viewers. Just recently, I got a comment from a longtime viewer, or a viewer that's been watching me for a while, that said that they were having difficulty getting through and contacting through the comments of some sort of and it was a little motivational. It gave me a couple of ideas of what next couple of steps I would like to be doing with this channel, and a few ideas of what I should be doing. One of the requests was a room tour, and I will say that the room tour is difficult. It's difficult because it's embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's embarrassing. Now you got YouTubers that say it's time to hoard up. We're gonna hoard up. I'm a hoarder. I'm a movie hoarder. I got this, that, and the other thing. I got all these movies, this, that, and the other thing. Well, I'm surrounded. I am literally surrounded. The closet behind me is filled with movies. There's bins in there of DVDs that I just will not part with. I have DVDs in the basement that are backed up, and this entire room is completely covered with Blu-rays, 4Ks, and DVDs. To the point where my wife has told me numerous times that she has a fear that one day she may come into, because literally it's a bed and movies, okay, except for this little setup I got going on back here, and that's this is the cleanest part of the room, okay. But her fear is that one day the whole shelf is going to come down, or the shelving that I built myself and put up, the custom shelving, is going to fall down. She's going to find me dead in here one of these days, killed by my own media collection. That's the extent of my collection. Now, when people say they got a big movie collection, my collection is a little bit ridiculous, and it's not just movies. It's music. Okay, I got a big music collection. I'm a big box set guy. Okay, audio box sets, CD box sets. I love CD box sets. So I got a section just all CD box sets. I got regular just CDs, and then we got. I'm still buying CDs. Yes, I still buy them. You watch these videos, every once in a while I get a CD. I try not to push too much to CDs because I know a lot of people don't even bother with CDs anymore. The funny thing is it all started with what, the record, okay, and then we went I think from the record to the 8-track to the cassette to the was it to the CD, and then to digital, whatever we're doing now. Now we're Spotifying and streaming and all stuff like that, and now we're back to the records again. So I stuck with the CDs. I've been staying with the CDs. I find that I like to have that physical media. I like to have something I could touch and hold and keep, and something that I can pass on to generation to generation. I don't like something that I feel like I'm gonna start a playlist, and then all of a sudden, let's say Spotify goes out of business, and next thing you know, I don't have any more music. Or let's say my record collection. Records are very difficult to take care of, and I personally am not very good at taking care of. Like, I take good care of my audio and video collection, but I'm used to it. Where records, they can melt. There's all kinds of things that happen to records. They get scratched. They can get. I mean, I understand CDs can get scratched, but you put them in the cover. You keep it. Records have a whole different kind of ball game. Okay, so I don't dab in records. I got a few records that came with box sets, but that's because they came with the box sets and they came with CDs. But that's about it. So yeah, the idea of doing a room tour is going to be a thing. I'm definitely, listen, out of appreciation for my viewers. I should have a room tour. I did a tour of my movie room downstairs. Which is somewhere in one of my channel things there. But that was just my movie room. I also have 1, 2, 3 toy rooms downstairs, and I have, which is all wall-to-wall toys, all 70s, 80s, 90s and up, nostalgic memorabilia, from Knight Rider to A-Team to Happy Days to Terrifier to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, it goes and goes. It's tons of toys. Okay, I've been collecting them since 1990. Yeah, around 1990. Because my father threw out all my toys, so I tried to replace everything that I had, and that was the thing. So yeah, a room tour could definitely be a thing. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking over here, and I'm like, damn, like, where would I even start? You know, where would I start? I mean, in order to show you everything, it would be crazy. I don't even know where to begin. It would have to be in pieces, and I think I would have to kind of straighten up things a little bit as I was going along, because I literally have a section you can't see, so I'm gonna point in that direction because that's where it is, but I'm looking right at it, and it's just stacked, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Blu-rays and CDs and 4Ks and Blu-rays, just stacked, and DVDs, and a lot of them that I couldn't fit on the shelves. They're in milk crates, which I guess you're not supposed to take the milk crates. Okay, I didn't know that it was a thing. I didn't know you're not supposed to take milk crates, but I had somebody that worked actually for a company that was able to provide me with milk crates, and they gave me the milk crates, and yeah, I got milk crate after milk crate after milk crate filled with Blu-rays, 4Ks, and DVDs. So yeah, when I'm looking over in the section, I'm like, damn, I'm like, I don't even know where to go with this, because I'm looking at CD box sets, I'm looking at CDs, I'm looking at figures and dolls and toys, and it's just it's unorganized. I was gonna say organized chaos, but it's not. It's unorganized mess. That's what it's a big unorganized mess, and I'm running out of space, and I just don't know what to do. So I'm just piling it up. So when I asked my wife, am I a hoarder? And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can't be a hoarder, because I only collect three things. I collect toys, media, and toys, CDs, and Blu-rays and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I collect three things. So I'm not a hoarder. But she's like, oh yeah, you definitely got a problem. There's definitely a problem when you could barely walk into this room, because every step you take there's a video or something. And I'm like, okay, but that was a good suggestion. Okay, I really think that I should do something, even if it's in like little segments. This room, I don't know how it looks in the camera, because I know a lot of people, when they do their room tours, they're like, oh, I expected it to be so much bigger. This is not a big room. This is actually a bedroom. This is a small room, but I'll tell you right now, it's stacked. I mean, I'm talking to the ceiling, from floor to ceiling, stacked with media. And I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. As much as I'm trying, yeah. And then the other suggestion that this person had was another great suggestion, because I'm noticing that physical media is not only becoming hard to find at your local stores. Like I watch like different YouTubers, Durant Cinema being one of my main guys I go to every Tuesday to see what he finds, where he goes, because he's one of the guys that goes out and about, and he shops for things and stuff like that. And I'm constantly seeing him going to like Walmart and Target and not finding anything. His big thing is he has a place next to him that I don't have in my area. I think there's a bull moose. I think he has a bull moose in his area, and that looks like a fantastic place. But there is no bull moose anywhere in my area. Okay, I've looked it up, and I got to travel. I got to travel quite a ways to get to a bull moose. So what I got is what I got. So I do hunt. I'm like a woman. I'm a shopaholic. Okay, I go online and I hunt these things down. And was that a discriminating remark? I apologize. I'm like a man. I like to shop. I'm a man who likes to shop. Okay, so that was a discriminating remark, because my wife doesn't even like to shop. So that's totally wrong. Listen, anyway, I like to shop. I'm the woman in the relationship. Okay, I like to do the shopping. I shop for stuff, and I go online and I find the best deals, and I'm hunting and I'm hunting and I'm hunting. And what this person brought up was the fact that I guess they want to know which websites I go to. Where do I go? How do I find these things? Where do I get the deals from? And I think that would make a great video. I mean, that not only would that help you guys out. I mean, usually when I unbox something, I read the names or whatever it is. But there are some websites, but I don't really have secret websites. I will tell you, I'm gonna throw this out there at you really quick. This is not the video on how to buy things, but stay away from Macari. I don't know what happened to Macari, but now they're hitting you with all these hidden fees. Like if you find something on Macari and it says, let's say, for example, I was looking recently for the Furioso steelbook. Not because I like the steelbook, not because I wanted the steelbook, not because I needed the steelbook, but because I wanted the Blu-ray and the 4K together in one package. And unfortunately, that's what they're doing nowadays. If you want to get the 4K and the Blu-ray in one package, you got to buy the steelbook, which is kind of sucks for me, because steelbooks are super expensive, because they only make so many of them, and everybody's collecting steelbooks. I don't know why. I still have a deep feeling that they think that one day, maybe if the media becomes not worth anything, they can cash in the steel. Maybe that's their theory, is they're gonna take the steel to the redemption center, and they're gonna make money off the steel. But me, I'm not really a steelbook guy, but unfortunately I have to buy the steelbooks, because in order to get the Blu-ray and the 4K together, you got to buy the steelbooks. So I'm hunting down this Furioso box set, steelbook set thing or whatever, limited edition. Everything's a limited edition. Okay, let me tell you something right now. I don't believe in this limited edition thing because later on they stick stuff out that makes no sense. But I'm looking for this Furioso limited edition, and I'm seeing different people on YouTube picking up at Walmart for $29.99. I ended up picking it up, and it's going to be coming in the mail. I ended up paying $40 for it. I paid $10 more because I checked all the websites. It wasn't on Walmart, wasn't on Target, wasn't on different sites. And then Macari had it for I want to say 29 and change. And then I was ready to purchase it. And this is where I'm giving you the Macari warning. When I went to go purchase it, if you find something on Macari and you go to hit, like you want to buy it, right on the bottom it will tell you what the ending fee is going to be. And I don't know where they're coming up with these numbers, but, and this isn't even counting shipping or anything, but it says estimated fee after purchase. It automatically jumped from like $29 and change to $54 and change. So I was like, how did we get from $29.99 or whatever, $29 whatever to $54 and change? It's all these different fees and shipping, and I don't know what Macari's doing, but I tell you right now, I am staying away from Macari until they change whatever the heck they're doing because it's a mess. So with that said, yes, I got a purchase. I got a couple packages, and I have a movie I want to talk about. Okay, I got a movie in. It was on a weekend, and I wanted to watch it. I knew it was coming in. And I got it hanging out of here just so I can read to you who sent it to me. And it came from Emily Testa from Longview, Texas. And it's, if you see right there, there is a lovely Burt Reynolds and a Dom DeLuise. And the movie is called Burt Reynolds in the End. Now, I will tell you that this is strictly a Burt Reynolds movie. This is not a Dom DeLuise-ish movie. He is in it, but he's not the star. Burt Reynolds is the star. I had never seen this movie, and I am a Burt Reynolds fan. I may be the only Burt Reynolds fan left on this planet. Now, let me make this very clear. I'm a fan of old Burt Reynolds. Young Burt Reynolds. I'm a fan of young Burt Reynolds. Not Burt Reynolds from Boogie Nights Burt Reynolds, but Burt Reynolds from when, like, Burt Reynolds was the man, when he was in, like, Playgirl magazine, and he was, like, the guy. You know, everybody wanted to be Burt Reynolds with the hairy chest and everything. When hairy chests were cool, okay, when that was a thing. Yeah, I've been watching Burt Reynolds movies for years. One of my absolute favorite. I'm gonna throw out some names for you guys, and you guys can be like, take a step back, and you can comment below and be like, yes, I know what you're talking about, or never heard of it, and now I got to check it out. My number one Burt Reynolds movie, Hooper. There's a movie called Hooper where he plays a stuntman that's on his way out. And it also has Gene. Oh, I'm gonna mess up his name. I don't have my phone anywhere around here either. But anyway, Hooper. Okay, so what he is he's a stuntman, and he they got like this major thing that they want him to do, but he has to do it with a partner, and he's kind of getting over the hill. He's getting older, and they're looking for younger people to be stuntmen and everything like that. I don't want to give too much detail, and I don't even know how I can express the detail, but the bottom line is it has an awesome stunt scene at the end. It's all about stuntmen. Burt Reynolds plays an excellent part. It's got Sally Fields. Sally Fields in this movie also. Sally Field must be Burt Reynolds' like right hand. You know, we're talking Smokey and the Bandit. You know what I mean? They've been hanging around for a long time. So she was in Hooper with him. She was in this movie with him, and she was also in Smokey and the Bandit with him. But Hooper, I want to throw Hooper out there, and then of course we got to throw a wow. I should have brought out all of my Cannonball Run, another Burt Reynolds classic. What else can I think of? There's one he did with Liza Minnelli that I absolutely love. I think it's Rent-A-Cop was another one I thought was great. But this one I was like, I hadn't seen it and I wanted to see it. So I waited because this is made by Olive Film, so it is out of print. And for my friend that says, how am I supposed to find these things if they're out of print? eBay is your best bet. Yeah, your best bet is to go on eBay and type in The End if you're interested, and then hit save in your saved searches. and you will be notified by eBay whenever a new one it drops. Because originally this was like $22, and I was like, I don't want to pay $22. I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's worth $22. And I waited, and another one came out, and I got a notification. It was for $14.99. And I was like, $14.99. That's more in my price range, but I still don't want to pay $14.99. And then there was a Burt Reynolds lot that somebody was selling. It had 4 movies, and the guy wanted like $50-something for the 4 movies, but I had one out of the 4, and I was like, I'm not gonna go give this guy $50-something, and I only need 3 of the movies, and one of the movies is really one I don't even want because it's one of the newer Burt Reynolds movies, not an older Burt Reynolds movie. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense, but I had this movie in it. And then finally, I got a notification. This was like 2 weeks ago. For like $6.99, and I was sold. That's it. Done. We're done. Sold. Okay, in my cart, PayPal, paid for, and that's it. It's about Burt Reynolds is dying of cancer. He's got cancer, and he's dying, and it has a bunch of cameos by a bunch of stars from back in the day. That let me see if it's got Christy McNichol in it. She plays his daughter. Norman Fell, which we all know as Mr. Roper from Three's Company. It also has Rob Reiner in it. And, sorry, Carl Reiner, not Rob. Carl Reiner. And Robbie Benson. If anybody remembers, does anybody remember a Robbie Benson? Okay, I'm throwing out names of people that probably I only know. Robbie Benson. It says Pat O'Brien. I'm not familiar with Pat O'Brien, but I did watch this recently, so I'm sure in the credits, if I would have looked it up, I'd know who Pat O'Brien is. So he's got cancer, and he asks his doctor, who was played by Norman Fell. Make sure I'm saying the names right as I'm going here. Yeah, Norman Fell, played by Norman Fell, Mr. Roper. What it's really gonna feel like to die of cancer. And this is the first movie I gotta tell you I've ever seen in my life where it's a comedy, but it's a drama comedy. It's a dramedy. It's a dramedy. It's a dramedy. And the description of how somebody dies the description of how when a doctor tells you literally have you might have like 3 months to live, or a month to live, or a week to live, or whatever it is, and then the description of how it's going to happen, the pain you're going to go through, and the suffering you're going to have, and it's the first movie I've ever seen that they actually did that. And I don't think they did it in a comedic way. They did it in a way where I was looking at it like, damn, and the whole movie is about, after he finds this all out, he wants to kill himself. He's like, you know what? I don't want to go out that way. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to go through that. I rather just off myself. But the problem is he's got a lot of loose ends. So he's got to go see his daughter, and he's got to go see his ex-wife, and he's got to go see his friends, and he's got to go see all these people before he decides the way he's going to try to off himself. So it does have a very familiar storyline behind it. I hate saying too much, and I hate going too much. That's been a thing I've been trying to work on. But and now that I've said it, you're gonna be calling me on it every time I do it. You're gonna be like, yeah, he did it again. But anyway, yeah, it was good. I got to the end, and it had a solid ending. It had a great beginning, and it had a good storyline. And I will tell you, it was a little bit of an eye opener to me, because it wasn't just a comedy, and I wasn't sitting there laughing the whole time. But will tell you, there was a couple of scenes that I was actually laughing out loud. And ironically, it was, and I will tell you the scene if you've ever seen the movie. After he's told that he is going to die, he breaks down and just starts crying. He's like he's crying hysterically. Grown man Burt Reynolds, grown Burt Reynolds is crying hysterically. And he's leaving the doctor's office, and he gets into the elevator, and he's like keeping his composure, but then he starts breaking down crying, and like people in the elevator are like kind of like moving away from him and stuff, and they're like, because they don't know what's in it, but he's just having like a breakdown, which I believe. The funny thing is when I'm watching movies like this, I always put every movie I ever watch. I don't know if you're the same way, but every movie I ever watch, I try to put myself in the part of the character, which makes for a better experience of a movie. I mean, whether it's a horror movie, a comedy, a drama. Sometimes the dramas I struggle. I don't like to watch a lot of war movies because I don't, and realistic movies. I have a hard time with like movies about like 9/11 and movies about like things that really happen in life, because I would dread to be in any of those positions. So I don't like to put myself in the position of those kind of people or those people, because that's terrible. That's just, when they make movies about realistic things, that of real people suffering and real people that had to go through things, and being that I know that people are still hurting to this day, it really kind of gets to me. So I stay away from the movies about 9/11 or plane crashes or stuff like that. There's my again. But this movie was something I wanted to see, and I will tell you, I put myself in the character, and I was like, yeah, that would be me. I'm pretty sure, and that might even be you. I'm pretty sure if somebody was to tell you that you only had a week to live or a month to live or whatever, and said it to you straight on how you were gonna go out and the struggles that you were gonna have, the things that were gonna happen, I'm pretty sure that there's not too many people that wouldn't just be breaking down. I don't know about you, but what went on in my head was that I would just lose all dignity. If that makes any sense, like I wouldn't even care who was looking at me, or what they were saying about me, or how they would be judging me, or what they were thinking about me. If I found out that I only had so much time, and then I immediately my mind would go to my kids, my mind would go to my wife, and what how are they gonna handle it? And what are they gonna do? So while I was watching this guy breaking down in the elevator, yeah, I laughed because I saw the reaction of the people around him, but then as he was getting off the elevator and walking through the halls and going through, it hit me. I'm like, wow, that's gonna be rough. If you're told you got so much time, and you only got so much time to tell people the way you feel, and do it. I'll tell you, after I'm gonna be 100. I'm always 100% honest with you guys anyway, but I'll tell you honestly, after I was done watching this movie, I actually contacted people that I have not contacted in a long time, and told them that I appreciated them. I actually contacted people. I texted people, and they texted back to me, and we went back and forth. And I'm talking bosses I had back in the day. I'm talking friends that I hadn't talked to in years and years and years. People that used to text me all the time, and then I kind of, like, because of the way I am and my mental issues that I have, I kind of just shut everybody. I contacted almost everybody on my phone list that I actually had some kind of care about. Yeah, and I even sent a message to my kids. It was like a group message to my kids, just telling them that I love them and that I'm sorry for all the things I ever screwed up on. You know what I mean? I'm human. I make mistakes, and I screwed up on a lot of different things. I have a lot of regrets. Like, some regrets. I have a few. Yes, I do. I have a lot of regrets. And these videos that I make, in a way, are like a diary. So I kind of hope that one day, when the day does come and I'm gone, that my kids do go back and reflect on these videos and be like, you know what, he really wasn't that bad of a guy, and the things that he did was the biggest part of it was that he was sick and he had issues. He had mental issues. He was diagnosed with things. He was struggling with things. He takes medication for things, and sometimes the words that come out of his mouth, the unkind words or the hurtful words or whatever, weren't really because I was trying to hurt somebody. They were because I was hurt myself, and I didn't know how to express myself. So this video, there you go. That's exactly how I feel. If I hurt you, it's not because of you. It's because of me. It's because I am extremely hurt inside, and that's just a problem. So yeah, the end. It's definitely an eye opener. I open a movie, and best way to get it, like I said, for my friend here, that long time subscriber, viewer, that wanted to know where I get things, that came off of eBay. And I just put it in my search thing. I saved it, and I waited till I got to a reasonable price where I felt. I always try to set a goal price in my head. I'm like, I'm not gonna go any higher than that. Like when I saw these Furiosa steelbooks going for like $100 or whatever, or $50 or $60 or $70 and $80, and the flippers are going all crazy and everything like that. I'm like, okay, listen, I know these things are sold out. I know they're going for $29.99 plus tax. I always remind myself that there's a plus tax in there. If I'm gonna go to a Walmart and buy the thing, it's not gonna be $29.99. It's gonna be $29 or $98. Walmart's got the crazy price there. It's gonna be like $98. It's not $99. We couldn't do $99, or we couldn't just call it $25 or whatever, or $30 and call it a day. No, we got to call it $29.98. Okay, because that's their stupid thing that they do, or $88 or whatever it is. But I'm like, you might as well tack on another $2 after that, because once you get, you pay the tax, so it's going to end up costing you $32 and change or whatever. It might cost you 32. Listen, I'm not a mathematician, but it never ends up costing you $29.98. It's more than that. So when it came up for $40, I'm like, okay, this guy's got to ship the thing. He's got a copy. I don't have a copy. I need a copy. and I'm gonna just buy it from him. I'm gonna pay the extra $10, well, technically $7, $7 a change, and I'm gonna get my copy of Furiosa. And I got another package. Here we go. So we're moving right along here today, and once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I got giveaways coming, and I want this channel to grow, and I need to buy myself a new razor knife because this one, the razor blade, is stuck in here, and it's dull to the point where I can put my finger on it, no problem, and it's not gonna cut me, and I really gotta jam into these boxes in order to cut the boxes. So let me make this clear first. Wait, this is from Valahoo Group Returns. Valahoo Group Returns. Okay, from Flower Mound, Texas. Okay, we'll go with that. Let me crack this open, and then we'll oh, I'm holding it low again. Holding it low again. Hold on. Okay. All right. Oh, we want to do that. We want to do that. Do we have? We got. Okay. It's because I got packing peanuts. Okay. You know how I feel about packing peanuts. And this person gave me the non-edible and the edible packet peanuts. So we got a mixture of non-edible and edible packet peanuts in a little box. And now we got bubble wrap. And inside the bubble wrap we have a business card. Have questions. Yeah, I got a lot of questions. Have questions. We can assist you with a variety of topics such as you experienced an issue with your order. You would like assistance to your language setting. You are looking for a specific movie and TV and 4K or Blu-ray or DVD. You are interested in buying directly from saving 10% on your order. All right. I like this. It's got a little Jaws thing on it. So I'll put that to the side because maybe that might be one of my new buyers. I have a packing slip here. I will tell you what I paid for this, which was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you why it was ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool though. I got a extra 10% off next purchase from the company though. Can I do this? Can I go like that? I guess I can do it because I just did. Yeah, 10% off from the company. I just gotta scan the QR code. I paid $54.99 for this. $54.99, and it's a steelbook. And this is where we're going with this. This is where I'm telling you, this is where the problems are lying. Is that these steelbooks are limited editions. They only, each store, if you go to like a Walmart or a Target, you're gonna get rows and rows of the Blu-rays and rows of the 4Ks and rows of the DVDs, and you're gonna have. But when it comes to the steelbooks, you get like one row, you know, and you're lucky if you get it. And then usually, if this is my theory, is that the flippers go in there and they know that a title is a hot title, and they go in there and they buy the whole row. Or because how many times have you gone to like a Walmart and you see the title that you're looking for, but that row of the steelbooks is just gone. The whole row is gone. There's no way that 20 people ran into that store before. Like, there's been times when I've gotten in there when the place like just opened. You know what I mean? And there's no way that 20 people ran into that store and bought 20 copies or whatever. No, there's flippers. Not only this, but I'll tell you this. This is God's honest truth. I used to go to Walmart every morning after I used to get out of work. I used to work third shift, so I used to go to Walmart every single morning. And this is when I was collecting physical media and toys and everything. And I knew the people that worked there. And there was a guy that worked in the music/movie department. And if there was something that I wanted, he would hold it for me. He would keep it aside, and he'd have it behind the counter, and I'd go in there, and I say I want my copy of whatever, and he'd be like, okay, I got the copy over here for you, and he'd hold it for me. I will tell you that's a thing that happens. If you have family or friends that work at Walmart or Target or whatever it is, they will hide the stuff. They will hold it for you. So I am willing to bet anything that not only are there probably Walmart employees that are flippers, but there's Target employees that are flippers, that there's employees of Amazon that are flippers, and they're buying everything that they could possibly buy so that they can flip it on eBay, because you can sell this thing right here. If I would have bought it brand new from, I think it was like an Amazon when it first came out, it would have been like $29.99. This is for a steelbook. let me get to what it is so that you understand and why I spent so much money on. Because I know your next thing in your head is like, buddy, you don't spend $54 on a steelbook. It is $55. You don't spend that. That's not normal for you. But this happens to be one of my favorite movies of all time, and a movie that has been it's timeless. Anyway, the movie is Prince in Purple Rain, and yes, this is the 4K HD Blu-ray 40th anniversary copy of Purple Rain. Now I think I already put it away, but I already bought Purple Rain on 4K, and it had the same exact cover, except it wasn't a steelbook, and I have it. Have it over there. But the problem, I have it over there. I have it somewhere. I know. Listen, I've already opened it. You guys have seen it. It's on one of these videos. I'm looking around because I thought maybe I didn't put it away yet. Maybe it's still sitting over here from like months, because I literally have not put things away in months because I have not scanned things in. I haven't had the time to scan things in. Yeah, I don't see. I'm still looking at Ghostbusters and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I love this movie. I love it, and I have it on Blu-ray, and I bought the 4K, but I wanted it in one container. Now the sad thing is I would have preferred it to be in the plastic black snapper case 4K container with the 4K Blu-ray side by side. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. You cannot buy this in 4K and Blu-ray because I'm not going to watch the 4K. I'm going to watch the Blu-ray. But I wanted the 4K because I'm a collector and a hoarder and a completist. So I'm like, sooner or later, I'm going to buy the 4K anyway. And I already own the other 4K, and I was like, I already own the Blu-ray. So what do I got to do? Now what do I got to do? I got to get it together. This is the only way to get it together. If you have never seen Purple Rain, let me just be very clear. I'm a big Prince fan. Love Prince. Always loved Prince. Hold him in the absolute top 10 of best artists of all time. And I want to throw out there, if you have not noticed or you've been like under a rock or whatever, probably one of the best guitarists of all time. This guy could wail on that guitar, and he was amazing. He was probably, to me, I don't know, one of the most talented people I've probably ever witnessed in my life. It was Prince, okay, and Prince, Michael Jackson, those people like that, the people that people still love to this day and still consider them to be like top notch. Prince is one of the guys, and he released an abundance of movies. Well, maybe I shouldn't have called it abundance. He did Under the Cherry Moon, and he did Graffiti Bridge, and none of them even touched Purple Rain. Okay, I own all of them also. I don't own them on 4K. I own them on Blu-ray, but I don't watch them. Okay, I just don't watch them because they be honest with you, they weren't that great of movies. Okay, they were. It was cool to see Prince act, but this story is a story that I think a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people that came from abused households. A lot of people that wanted to make something of themselves. A lot of people that wanted that just struggled in life, and it's definitely an underdog to superstar story. Now, whether it was a autobiographical picture on Prince himself, I think it had bits and pieces. You know what I mean? There was it's up to the writer. You know what I mean? But he was great in this. He was absolutely great in this. And Morris Day and the Time, they were great in this. And Apollonia, she was great in this. And this is just one of those movies that I have watched so many times in my life that I had to have it on a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. And the 4K solo and the Blu-ray solo. And I'll tell you right now, if they ever release anything else, a box set or a big deluxe something with a poster and whatever it is, listen, somebody ever does something else later on down the road, I will purchase it. Now, this does have the 15-15 sticker on there, which 15 stands for strong language, and the other 15 stands for fit viewing 15 years or more. So this is an import, but it's the same one that they're selling on Amazon. So I guess the only way you can get it on the 4K Blu-ray combo pack is through import form. I will tell you that the Blu-ray is region A, B, and C, so it can be played in any player. And the 4K is also universal, so you can play this on anything. So I'm good. But the bottom line is, I'm not gonna open this. I'm not gonna open it because I have the 4K. If I ever feel the urge to open the 4K, I'm gonna just open the 4K and watch the 4K snap a case. I don't want to damage my steelbook, okay, because these things are like gold, and I already have the Blu-ray. And the special features that are on here are special features that actually ported over from the original Blu-ray release. You really don't get anything different on this 4K Blu-ray combo pack that you got on either the 4K solo or the Blu-ray solo. So unless you're completely fanatical about Prince, which I am, I have the biggest Prince CD collection that of anybody I know. I mean, I have albums that you have never heard of. And they're all, and the one thing about me is they are all legitimate releases. I don't have any bootleg stuff. And I'll tell you the reason why I don't have any bootleg stuff, because Prince could not stand bootleggers. He despised bootleggers. He hated people that took his music and would make copies of it, or whether it be from soundboard recordings or regular recordings, but he could not stand bootleggers. So being for the love I have for the man, as much as I've seen some really beautiful box sets and CDs and Blu-rays of concerts and stuff like that I would love to see, I would want to see, I will not support a bootlegger. I will not support a bootlegger because of Prince. And that doesn't just go with just Prince movies. That goes with bootlegging, period. I will not support fake, phony, bootleg stuff. And I'll tell you, there's a lot on eBay. Be very, very careful of what you're purchasing on eBay. If anything says facsimile or says mod. If you see anything that says, like, I'm going to use it for instance, Airheads. There's a company on eBay that sells nothing but mods, and that's what they call them. So if they were going to sell Purple Rain, it'd be Purple Rain Mod. And a lot of people are ignorant. They don't know what a mod means or what mod meant or what. Mod means fake. Okay, that's what mod means. Mod means they took it. They took the original Airheads or whatever it was, and they made multiple copies. They made bootleg fake covers, and they're just trash. They're fake trash that are worthless. To me, that's worthless. Who later on down the road, let's say 20 years from now, if these things start accumulating value, this is definitely going to be worth more than a mod, okay? I would rather buy something that has a barcode on it, on the back, you know what I mean, and that I know is legit and worth money, than buy something that I want to see really, really bad, but I know that it's never going to be worth anything, and it doesn't really have any value to me whatsoever. Like for instance, Can't Buy Me Love. I love that movie. Love it. One of my favorites. One of my favorites of all time. Watch it hundreds of times. I own like 3 or 4 copies of the DVD. Has not gotten a Blu-ray release yet. There is a company that sells Can't Buy Me Love on Blu-ray, but it is a bootleg. It is a mod. It is a fake. It is a phony. It's got a barcode on it and everything. They took the DVD cover, they shrunk it down, and they did it up good. They did a great job. And they're soaking people for like $20, $15, $18 for this copy. And what it is just that, a copy. It's a copy. If you had enough technology, which I do, but I wouldn't do it, I could just easily go on my computer and download it and print out a copy of the cover, and print out the cover for the CD, for the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever I'd be using or whatever. I could do it. But in my heart, that ain't real. That's fake. And the people that put these things together, the families, the Prince's family, okay? Let me just throw that out there. Prince's family got my money, and I feel good with that. I sleep better at night knowing that Prince's family got my money. Now you're probably looking like, Prince's family didn't need your money. Listen, Prince's family got plenty of money. Prince had his own land, and he had his own place. He had his own. It's Prince land, and what was it, Paisley Park. He's got his own place. He's got his own thing. Listen. I understand. But the bottom line is, this guy put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into these movies and music and performances and things that he did. And there's no way I'm going to support somebody that is just bootlegging stuff. So it's not going to happen. So yeah, I spent $54, and hopefully his family gets a percentage of that, because I know the company's going to take the other half. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Listen, I appreciate you. Yeah, there's going to be more things coming. Hey, you comments is great. When you guys put put your comments down there. I do read them. I read everyone, every single comment. I get actually. It's my first thing I do in the morning. First thing I do in the morning is get up and I read my comments. Granted, they're awesome long comments, and I'm getting up before I'm going to work, so I will read the comments, and I'm like, okay, I got to get back to this person later on, and I got to make sure that I reply. And if I can't come up with a comment, I give you a little heart, or so you know I read it. I did read it. I just don't know what to say sometimes. But some comments are extremely long, and I'm like, I want to get like this person that commented about the room tour and telling me where the stuff came from. It was a longer comment where it got to a point where you had to hit the read more. So whenever it gets to the read more, I want to make sure I'm giving you my undivided attention. Okay, I listen. I respect my viewers. I respect my subscribers. So you're gonna get my undivided attention. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna read it, and I'll probably read it more than once because the way my head works, I analyze what you write. So I'm reading it, and you guys can comment on this one. Tell me if this is you too or whatever. I'll read it like 2-3 times. I'll read it, and then I'll read it again, and then I'll start typing back. And as I'm typing back and responding, I'll read it again. And then once I respond, I got to read my response 3 times, and I still make mistakes. I still have errors in there, typos and commas. And listen, I'm a comma. Whenever I respond to you people, my punctuations and my commas are never right, never going to be right. I'm not good at it. Never been good at it. Don't know what. Listen, the bottom line is when I feel like I'm done saying something, I put a comma. You know, if it's like how you doing, and comma. You know what I mean? It's like even if I ask like a weird question and the question mark shouldn't be like, did you know that I went to the park last today or whatever? Or did you know about that? Question mark, it's like weird. I'll throw question marks in there. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. But believe me, when you guys comment, I read everything. And if you can help me along with this channel, then that's great. I think a room tour. I've always thought a room tour would be a great thing. I was gonna do one of those things, one of those videos like the I've seen people do where they actually pull out each movie one by one and they talk about the movie. That might be probably the best way to go about this mess because I just think panning the room wouldn't give it justice. You're not gonna see everything. You're gonna see only what visually is like right in front of you, but there's stuff behind things and on top of things and hidden underneath things and hidden in the closet, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that I appreciate that comment, and I do read them all, and I will try to work on that. I just got to give me some time. Give me some time, okay? Because I'm so OCD about things. I would want things to be done right. I'd want it because if I'm gonna do a room tour, I want it to be a good room tour. I want you guys to see like everything, and I want you to see it to the best of your liking. But I will tell you, it will not be a one video thing. It's definitely gonna be at least probably a 5-parter because there's no way. The video would be hours. You would lose interest. You would lose interest. I'm gonna have to stop probably with my horror section and go over to like sci-fi and then move over to comedy and TV and sections, and then go to my children's and movie stuff sections, and then in the closet where I keep my westerns, okay? Because I'm not a big western guy, but I do have a handful of Clint Eastwood stuff that I like to keep in the closet along with my Dirty Harrys and stuff like that. Because even though I'm not a big western guy, I got a soft spot for Clint Eastwood for some reason. I don't know. I like Clint Eastwood westerns. So yeah, that's where I keep that stuff. And then up there is all of my concert stuff, and over there is more of my like live concert Blu-rays and DVDs and 4Ks of concerts, music videos, stuff like that. Stuff that it's scattered about. So it's definitely going to be it can't be a one show deal because you guys would lose interest. There's no way that you're going to sit in front of this thing. And I don't even think YouTube would let me upload a video that long. I mean, yeah, maybe they would, but it would be hours. It would be literally hours long, and you guys would definitely lose interest. So I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'd probably start with horror, but I still got to work at that because I got crates. There's crates over here of horror movies that still have to be filed, scanned in, and put away. But with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.